Hi everyone, it's Bitcoin from the Big Chubowski in the third round of this third week, and it feels like the season is actually flying by. Usually it feels like they drag on forever. So I'm fighting Calvin, who's calling himself the Beast Master from a guild that likes odds. He's got 617k lifetime, Relic 8 Supreme Leader Kylo, Relic 7 Jedi Master Luke. So I've got a 1 GL advantage, and the 1 GL that he's missing is being made up for by him with his Relic Bosk, Django, Talzin. He's still got Thrawn, he's got Watt, Newt, Barris, plenty of toys I don't have, so this is one of those let's round out my roster type of people. But that comes at a price, especially like Relic Sith Empire Troopers. Such a weird choice when you don't have Sith Eternal Emperor. So I'll be seeing some of those on defense, I assume. So Calvin has already attacked, and actually messaged him because I was very surprised how in the past he managed to one-shot with almost full protection on 2 of the 3 characters a Padme team, a Relic Padme team using his Emperor Palpatine, Bastilla Fallen and Sith Trooper. Now obviously Bastilla Fallen gives Emperor Palpatine foresight, so a kick from Padme would be evaded. But even then you would have to completely control them for the rest of the fight, and Emperor Palpatine has like a 1-turn stun. Sith Trooper doing any kind of assist would immediately feed protection up, so I was really quite surprised to see that one, and especially with so much protection. But somehow this guy managed to pull it off, and he one-shot me over here as well. Well, didn't one-shot me, he full cleared me, let me correct myself, but he one-shot the front zone, which I didn't expect because he's got JML on defense. Meaning he would have to use SLK on the JML team, which he probably didn't because he got 55 banners on Darth Revan. So he used some kind of soft counter against JML, and I just don't see how Darth Revan could pull it off, considering that General Skywalker over there has 300 speed. Even with weapon tech, he would eventually take a turn and start reducing cooldowns. So that seems like an odd one, and actually there is no weapon tech, because what is with JML? So it would have to be Darth Revan, Bastilla Fallen and Malak. Or maybe he did something with General Skywalker, but I've never heard of that succeeding. So I have no clue what he did. But he managed to get through that no problem. And then in the back here he failed on the Maul Dooku Nest team, which I was quite happy to see. And then over here he failed one Sun Shaq clones. So only 2,606 banners from him, which gives me some room for error, and his defense is looking pretty strong in terms of relics, but pretty beatable in terms of team compositions. So I'm just gonna get started with it, and I'll fight the Bastilla team first here. So I've got Sith Eternal Emperor as well, as there was just no point for me to set 2 GLs on defense, considering his typical behavior. So I actually used the exact same defense as last time, and SLK is definitely the preferred option here for me. And then later on I can use Sith Eternal Emperor against the Padme team. So I got a bit lucky here, didn't get ability blocked. But to be honest, it doesn't really matter, they're just gonna feed crazy stats to me. So last time I waited a fair bit to sort of allow Watt to build up a lot of health and protection on me, but just reviewing it and just thinking about it, there's absolutely no way they can take me down. They just don't have the damage. So I don't really need to do that. And I might as well just start building up my stacks a bit sooner whenever it's possible. But given the 2 on the left here, getting any kind of specials out is pretty difficult. So it's mostly just about stalling. Wow, Bastilla actually buffs up what? That is the most retarded AI move I might have ever seen. That's such an incredible waste. And it's a pity too, I think, because Bastilla is very popular at lower GP. A while back anyway, I don't know if that's still the case. But just making that such a wasteful character. I mean, she also buffs Hermit Yoda quite often, who can't even attack either. So it just seems quite flawed to me. Alright, once I'm an ultimate I'll start doing some AoEs. This fight is significantly slower than last time, I think. Trying to remember. Okay, that puts me in full. About 200 stacks, so gonna go to 400. Do 3 AoEs and that should be game over. Though they do have crit immunity, so maybe not. Should have probably cleared that first. Alright, that takes Bastilla out. And now we're just gonna... Yeah, what are we gonna? See how far we get, I guess. Just get back to the ultimate, I guess. I don't really need to do that, but I'm doing it anyway. There we go. So that's a nice 55. So let's actually do that instead. Night Sisters versus Night Sisters. It's gonna be bad banners, but I don't really mind too much. And then against the Finn team, I can use Treya, Scion, Nihilus. Or I guess I could do the reverse and get some better banners, hopefully against Finn. Yeah, I'll do that. Because here I can just isolate. And the Sith will keep each other alive. So Treya, Scion, Nihilus. Should be fine. There's a chance, of course, that he has Mon Mothma in the back and that he has Geos in the back. But if he does, I've got other stuff to deal with that. And typically, historically, that isn't what he has set. So let's get started. See if we can annihilate Asajj pretty soon and then just deal with Acolyte. I can get some early kills on Acolyte, hopefully. But maybe unlikely, we'll see. She's very squishy though, like you can definitely tell the health difference between her and Asajj. Alright. Hopefully I can pick off Asajj once, just to get that like sort of kill from zombie. Okay, there we go. Now get the second kill. And then it's just a matter of cleaning up on Acolyte and we're good. Take a bit of time. Well, the turns don't really align that well because Acolyte is gonna... Oh no, I got lucky. Got the second kill there. And she didn't actually stealth. Huh. Well, not that it matters right now, but... Yeah, it is gonna take a while still. I have to use these just to speed up Scion's cooldowns. And then align the Dispel with the Annihilate, which should happen now actually. Or just even any kind of basic here. Yep, we're good. Right, so 51, but that's also what I would have gotten on the Finn team where I was actually initially planning to use them, so... Let's see, can I one-shot Barriss? I mean, I don't need to, she doesn't really do any damage, but... I pretty much can. I can also one-shot him. He's just gonna taunt, so I don't really mind him. So let's pick off Veteran Han first then. Alright. Then try and get a stun. And probably just straight up group attack. Okay, close. Let's push the turn meter back. Or kill. I'll absolutely take that. And stun lock. Which gives me a hopefully 54. Yep. Nice. Yeah, much better choice this way. Saves me 3 banners. I don't expect to need them, but you never know what he's got in the back. Well, I actually do know what he has in the back because he does the same he always does. But you never know. So City Eternal Emperor on the Padme team then. That will probably be the next challenge. Can use my own Padme against his Night Sisters. That could get a bit ugly. I don't know why I'm going to Night Sisters. Because I'm saying the word, I guess. So these 3. Gonna be ugly on banners, but it's whatever. Let's see. Might as well make some progress on GAC. I was hoping I could get the Retribution out. That would have been a bit nicer. Wondering if the basic here will kill. I don't know if she's at 80% health or if I'm just gonna feed them a lot of turn meters. So I'm gonna just do that to make sure. Which was fine. This can be evaded. So let's do a basic. There we go. Still at 53. Oh wow, I wasn't expecting that. Nice. Then on Grievous, I'll have to use JKR. I mean, I don't have to. I'd like to. I don't like to either. I don't like this fight. Gotta go for that B1 first. Or I'll spend an eternity on B2, who is quite well modded, I believe. So in a situation like this, it makes sense to do an AoE just to do the extra turns, because you're gonna piss off B2 anyway. So you might as well take B1 down a bit faster. I don't like the looks of this right now. Let's see, I'll call JKR just because he's the lowest. The target lock is not good. That is not good. Let's get rid of that. And I'm gonna mute the rest of the fight probably because I'm gonna have quite a bit of background noise here. Alright, let's get back to it. I'll proceed on the back wall against the strongest teams. So that's a word of advice in general if you have like these two zones to take down. It's typically smartest to start with the top teams first, because just in case you fail something, you're still able to pull from some of your better teams and kind of work your way down the ladder, rather than just picking off the weak ones first and then not having many options. Because in case I can't one-shot everything, I would identify what's the easiest team to pick apart, and that would probably be Vader, Mission, Zaalbar, for example, and that I could spend a large part of my roster on if needed. But if I've already taken that down using something, then I can't do that. So just a general tip that a lot of people seem to overlook, and they typically don't really ask for advice until they've already taken down a lot of other teams. So it's always smart to kind of work your way down whenever it makes sense or it's possible. All other things being equal. So this is going to be a pretty uneventful fight, I think. Let's see, just keep doing the basics. Heal back to... Does it heal? No, it doesn't. Okay. Because that's protection recovery, it's not protection up. And now do the shockity shock. And next up we go for GAC clones. Now there's 5s in there, so that's going to take a while, which is not really ideal. And my options are somewhat limited. Not very limited, but somewhat. And I was initially thinking to use Kylo Ren Unmasked with Watt and First Order Executioner, but considering it's 5s, I would probably spend quite a bit of time on him. And I'm not a huge fan of that. So I was actually thinking of using JKL instead. And then against the First Order team there, I could use my Kylo Ren Unmasked instead, for example. And yeah, since there's pretty limited AoE damage besides Kylo Ren, I would be set up to be a fair bit stronger than him. So that's what I'm gonna go with instead. And then if necessary, I can always still change some things up there. But I wanted to make sure this one would be clean. So let's see, I can probably do it with the 2 of them. But I've never really seen this matchup. So with that in mind, I think I'll just add Bastilla in to be safe. Because there aren't really a whole lot of other great options. She can nicely buff up, she can dispel. All of that stuff. I might lose her, but it's whatever. So let's go for GAC first then. She's immediately gonna get to full, but she will no matter who I attack, so as long as I can stun them here, it doesn't really matter. Ah, dang, I really thought that was gonna kill. Question is, do I want to waste this really big hit on GAC? I guess I might as well do it. 127k. Let's ability block. I'd consider ability blocking Echo, but Bastilla can do that in the next turn. Oof, wow. Was he unmodded? There's no way. I can try to stun him, but I think the safer bet is probably just to ability block. And her lightsaber's gone. I'm gonna save the foresight for his next turn, which he never took. Yeah, that was surprising. That was surprising. I think I just said that twice. Okay. Anyway, moving on. He did actually end up having Mon Mothma in the back. And Kara is very, like a very time-consuming character in this one. I'm not sure Geos would be able to handle that. Let's do Kylo Ren Unmasked next. So I could do Vader lead to keep dots stacking on them. That's also an option. But considering, I mean, there's not really too much damage, I can just use Rage Jedi Training. Don't really know why I'm overthinking this one. It might take a lot of Illuminated Destiny cycles, but I'm okay with that. So let's... it looks like my opponent's writing back. It all fell apart after that, he said. After clearing the front zone. So Foresight, there's no point. Considering Kylo Ren's still just gonna do an AoE. So let's go for Officer. That little jump he did there. Yeah, I'm gonna take a lot of cycles here, but it's fine. It's a very strong Kylo Ren Unmasked. See if I can stun him. Nice. Control this guy and start going for him. Whenever I'm stealthed anyway, because I don't really want to hit him when I'm not. Might call R2 here, just to be safe that I stun. And then I'm probably gonna mute the rest of the fight and just fast forward it. Because as usual, it'll take a while to get through. With full banners. I do always think it's worth it. You never know when you might need those banners. I'd always rather be safe than sorry if you're able to get them. It just takes a little bit more effort. And there we go, 54. I wasn't sure if I still had to do another round, but I wasn't going to do that. Let's fight Bosk next. So Embo, especially with the Zeta, can be pretty nasty due to not being able to be crit, so that makes Han and Chewie a bit less effective. And the no protection foresight thing can also be quite annoying. So it makes him a pretty good banner stripper. He's just one of those characters that you pretty much never use anywhere else. What do I even have left? So EP, Vader, well Vader what essentially. First Order and Han and Chewie are the main teams. I can do a lot more than that. So what's gonna make sense against Vader? I guess my own EP Vader, perhaps. How much health and protection does this guy have? Maybe I can shoot him out with Han and Chewie. Probably not. Fun to try anyway. So I'll do Han and Chewie over here, even though it's not ideal. Let's go with... I mean, Kira is pretty good here for the control, even though Wedge typically offers more offense. I'd rather have Kira in here. And she might die, and that's whatever. So I'll stun Bosk first to not let him taunt. AoE to stagger, which didn't hit on anyone. Alright, so this will... Oh, okay, it kills him. I wasn't sure if that was gonna kill. I thought it wasn't, and then I thought Chewie's AoE would do the job. Bosk is still firmly under control, so let's control Embo. Which unfortunately did not happen. Let's heal. Hopefully Kira can get to full. Nah. Alright, well, 51. I'll take it. He's a good banner stealer for sure. Against this team anyway. And also Rage Out of Training where you can't crit him. So you're pretty much dependent on the stuns. Then this one over here. I'll do Thrawn lead, I guess, with Vader. Then again, why would I? Like, First Order just makes so much more sense. So First Order with what? And Executioner would seem pretty good. The dots just heal me up. I could do Kylo Ren in... Actually, yeah, why not Kylo Ren solo? Well, I mean... The dots do keep returning. That might be a bit risky. Let's not do it. I've also still got Hux. I didn't consider that, but I still like Watt better. Though I'll have to be mindful of Vader potentially controlling me. With the Merciless Massacre. Alright, let's stun you. I think I'll try to pick off mission immediately. Then again, I won't have a Dispel for a little bit. So maybe I'll regret that, but... yeah, I should save the Dispel. Okay, let's do basic. I didn't crit anyway, so whatever. Now use the Dispel. Put Zaalbar under max health. Yeah, it might make sense to go for him first, actually. Get the kill here. Okay, he doesn't even go into Merciless first, so... I'll just control him here. And I'm gonna drop some banners, but again, it's okay. Still got a 52. Last team then, Kara, So EP Vader Thrawn should get the job done. Could also do Pyat for the extra damage, but I think I'm okay with this. Assuming Emperor Palpatine actually carries his weight and gets stun going. Should definitely avoid Kara taking any turns. Well, that was incredibly brief. They are gear 12s, it's just easy to underestimate how much damage Vader can do sometimes. So his fleets then, this one, how much GP does it have? 415. This should do. Now I'll go for, I guess I can stick with some fac for this one. Perfect. Houndstooth. I wasn't expecting that one actually. Shouldn't be a problem, because now I get to call in the group or the bombing run ultimate thing. It's weird that these are called ultimates when Galactic Legends also have their own kind of ultimates. Actually, I don't even know if this is the official terminology. And there we go, that should be pretty good banners. 68. I mean, I'd rather have Houndstooth than Spy, that's for sure. Alright, Finalizer. I typically bring in too many ships on this fight. I just haven't had the guts to do it with one less. Still 450k. If TFP dodges a bunch of things, it could be trouble. So that's why I haven't committed yet, but let's do this one. Let's try it for the first time. I can afford to. So this one can be evaded, right? But then again, all it takes on TFP is one hit, so it's, yeah, not too valuable. Strongly considering the AoE, but the TIE Bomber here is gonna taunt. So instead, I think I'll actually try to stun him. Nice. But then he taunts, okay. That I do not want. So I'll have to dispel, but he regains it because I'm still target locked. It looks like I'm throwing this fight. Let's see. If he evades now, I'm in trouble. Yep, I am definitely throwing this fight. Okay, let's stun him. That was a dodge on TFP. And this is all the ships like I've got on the field, what I've got to work with. That's it. So this is definitely not gonna succeed, I think. Just from that one stupid mistake, I should have picked off Vader as I always do. I've got the advantage now, let's try and get him down. Perfect. There's no stunning Vader right now, but I can stun him, so let's do that. Which unfortunately gets resisted. Dispel that. I definitely don't want to be hitting TFP here. Hopefully this can kill, or get close to it anyway. That's close enough. I'm just gonna let TFP sit there though. I don't really want to feed more turn meter to the capital ship until the end. Let's dispel. We'll get that thing. Maybe I can pick off Darth Maul here. Should be a pretty weak one. Nice. 370k. Hello. Dude, that is unreal. Another dodge there. Ah, come on. That feels really unlucky. And another dodge. Hopefully not another one. There we go. So one ship alive. That's a 58. Still okay banners. I'm glad I made it in the first one. So if I wouldn't have goofed on that one, it would be quite a bit higher. Probably another 10 banners. Maybe like 7 or 8. But I'll take it. Beat him by almost 60 banners. So thanks for the match, Calvin. And good job on full clearing. That leaves just 1 week. Let me take a look here. Yo, this makes no sense. I used Rage Jedi training. They got 3 kills, and for whatever reason, it's only counting 1 kill at a time. Because I was 8 before this. I checked. And the round before that I was at 7. So there's something wonky going on there. So currently still top 50. Couple more feats and I'll be a bit higher, but I don't know if I'm going to be top 50 in the end. There will be loads of people who have done better, but we'll see. Looking forward to the final week and seeing some interesting matches then. So see you then.